Hi everyone, let's continue the topic of types of methods. And earlier class we discussed about method with argument, and now I am discussing on method with return type. Okay, let's get into the first point. Return type specify the type of the data written from the method. So first of all, we need to know what do you mean by method. And I said in the previous class a method, and please check it out. And we know that this is an access specifier, access modifier, return type, and method name. So the return type specify the type of the data which return from the method. Okay, so here it is void, right? So it means that it is returning nothing. Okay, if I kept it as in a string, then this return type should return any string value. Okay, if I keep it here integer, then it should return any integer value. Okay, this is how it means. So let's go with this. Here I created a class, I named, and I created one more method here. Okay, I kept the method name as get return list. So here the return type is the return type is string, which I taken. So for the string, I given a value of the string s1. To this s1 I initialized some value of string, and I took another s2 as a string type, and I initialized another string value. So here I need to concat these both. Okay, these both are returning. S1 is which meant for string type, and S2 is also meant for string type. So if I concat these two, and the result will be string. So that's why I took a string type. And now S3. Okay, so as we know that the return type is string, so then we return string data. So S3, in this S3 we have a string data, right? S1 plus S2, and finally it returning S3 and string. It's okay. This is the first point. Return type specify the type of the data written from the method. So here it returning which type of data? String type, right? So string. If you took it as an integer, then it will return integer. Return statement is not required if the return type is void. See, if I kept void, it is not showing any error. Okay, even if I keep return or else not keep, it is not showing any error. So other than void, return type statement is not required if the return type is void. Okay, this point is clear now. Return statement is compulsory if return type is other than void. We have checked that. If the return type is other than void, then it returning something. So this is it meant for. And now let's come into this. I need to call this one, right? So I just call this method first of all. So this method is returning which type? String type. So I took a variable of string. Data type has a string, and I kept any value, or it's not only final result. I can give S3 has a variable name. Okay, whatever the value get in this method, it will assign to this particular string s type. So then I kept it as an as, and let us see final out. See, it concatenated the both. There are two types of method with argument and method with return type. So first of all, what I done, I took a string type s1. For your convention type, I will take integer value. Okay. So I took an int k equal to 20. So it returns something, right? So it giving some error. Add return statement, change return type to void. So here I am adding return statement as k. K is holding which value? 20, right? So it 20 is which one? Integer type. So integer. So we need to return which one? Integer. So k contains integer value. So then we can return k value. Again, I am calling this method in. Let me take this all. I am calling here this method. So now see. In earlier class, just what I done, I created a method and I initialized some values and I called. Okay, this is how I call. If I call same way, it won't print anything because I didn't return any system.out.println, which it means that it will print on the console. So I haven't gave any value or any value to the system.out.println, so it prints nothing. What will do, JVM comes here and it will check this method and it will go to this particular method and it will check this. It will take the database, the integer type, and it will so see, data type is meant for to store the value in database. So in database it will give an integer, it will took some space and it will take some space for the integer type in a data memory value, and then it will so then it will check this one. We know that here it is in a k, so this particular int value is to that particular memory space, it gives some particular name. Okay, k has that name and it will initialize the value to 20 and it will see, in some scenarios we only return some data type, right? In earlier scenario we are returning void, so it meant for we can, in that void it can be integer or string or any data type, but here what is there? Return type is integer. So then it gives it is meant for only integer values. Other than integer it won't allow to that particular database. So it will assign that okay, this return statement is integer type. Then it will come back, there is no other statement, and it will again come back to the original one, which is called method. Okay, this is one of the main method is a call method, and it will come back to here and it will check, okay, is there any other statements are there? There is not there any other statements. So then what we will do, again it will go back, like it will come out of this class. So here if we run also, this is how it will happen. There is no system.out.println to print in the console. So then what we will do here, this method is meant in this entire method we have an integer type. Okay, it returning some k value of integer. So I am saying in this see, I will explain you one scenario. Here we have a ticket. Okay, try to think one. We need to go to any other place, so then we need to book the ticket, right? Yes or no? So in order to book ticket, we have some other platforms like any other. If we want to book a ticket for the metro, then we use a phone pay nowadays. So think that this is in a phone pay. Okay, in this phone pay, we can get the ticket of where we are going for the destination. Okay, in this phone here it is in a thing that this is in a phone pay. In this phone pay, there we can use by paying money we can use that particular ticket. Okay, same way in this method we have a return type. We have some return type has an k. In this return type k value is 20. Okay, so we need to get an output of this k has an 20 into the output. Then what we want to do, we need to initialize, we need to buy the ticket na. So in the same way, if we want to get that k has, that value, then I am initializing to the particular t. Okay, and whatever this will return, I am initializing that to here. See, by default in this method what is there, 20, right? If I want to print the 20, then how? I need to give this 20 to the particular value, particular variable. So then it will get that variable value. Okay, now if I want to print this 20, already this 20 came into the t, so then I can give the t. Now let us see what will happen. The 20 is printed now. So if I call only this particular method, it won't print, because we are not saying, even you can say we have another method, right? Let us check that. You can say why do we need to initialize those all, and why can't we do in this way? Let me check, even I too got that idea. We can do in this way also. Directly we can call this one. This is possible if when it comes to the collection. Okay, you don't know, I will say you the in upcoming videos. When it comes to the collection is meant for, see here, this integer value is storing only one data, right? Only 20 value. If you took an array, it will store some 20, 30 in this way. This integer value is meant for only one particular. If I took an array type, we can store only particular size of the data in particular format. If we take a collection, okay, if we took a collection, we can store infinity of objects in the form of objects. In upcoming classes I will tell you, so don't get confused right now. Let us stop up to here, and finally you have got now. Return type specify the type of the data written from the method. What type of the data it returning from the method? It is returning integer value. Okay, this is the first point is clear. And next point, return statement is not required if return type is void. If we keep the return type is void, we don't need any return type. Okay, this is also clear. Return statement is compulsory if return type is other than void. So here we used an integer type, so the return type is compulsory. Other than, if we don't return anything, then it will get an error. These all the points are clear. This is how return type works. This is in a one type, so I haven't given the conclusion why I kept only this, and what if the scenarios. See, this printing entire method in this console, it will not possible for collection type, because the collection will return some list of elements. Okay, If we want to print only some particular values, then we need to use getters, setters, and those all. So in upcoming classes I will say you. So, and we need to use iterators also in collections. Thank you for watching.